Weather.
And welcome back to News 5 at 10 on this Sunday night. A very active day of weather here in southern Colorado. Tornado warnings with those cells across the southeast plains and hail up near 2 inches in diameter earlier today at the Peterson Air Force Base. Now tomorrow, not expecting the amount of severe weather that we saw today, likely just some isolated thunderstorms. Bigger story is going to be the amount of moisture that moves into the state. Rain could pile up between 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. We call that liquid gold here in southern Colorado because we need it to help alleviate these drought conditions. And there could be a lot of snow above 10,000 feet. Some of the models indicating as much as 10 to 18 inches. And those areas under winter storm warnings could see the most. That includes the wet mountains here just outside of Rye and southwest of Pueblo, and right towards Pikes Peak in the Rampart Range could see more than 1 foot to 1.5 foot of snow. Areas in purple are under winter weather advisories. This does include Teller County and the Sangres. Spots here could pick up between 6 and 14 inches of snow by the time Monday evening rolls around. So again, some very active and exciting weather heading our way, but not so much in terms of severe weather, more so in terms of much needed moisture. Right now in the Springs, drying out a bit under mostly cloudy skies, 47. Still windy out there with high humidity in town. 55 in Pueblo with generally clear skies here and some gusty north winds sustained around 26 miles an hour. Canyon City, you're checking in at 54. Saw some rain earlier this evening, but for now seeing dry skies. And at Monument, things still look pretty wet out there, but just slick as it's above freezing here, 41 degrees. But I think by tomorrow morning we will get some snow to mix in with those rain showers. Area of low pressure is going to be our next rainmaker, moving out of the Great Basin and into Colorado. It's really going to tap into some of the moisture coming out of the Gulf of California and Pacific Ocean. That's going to do us quite well, as I mentioned, as we make our way into the next day and a half. Today in the Springs, managing to get up to 73 before that cold front rolled around. Officially at the airport, we've seen 2/100ths of an inch so far, but by tomorrow we could see those numbers much higher. So far in Pueblo today, no rain officially in the gauge at the airport. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Generally dry, I think, for the next 2 or 3 hours. Anytime between about 2 and 5 a.m., the rain starts to develop and fill in across much of Colorado. In fact, not just in southern Colorado, up through Denver, it looks to be a tricky mess for that morning drive to work. The Gap is going to be difficult to get through, and likely talking about snow up across Teller County and parts of the Gap project. Now, I think between 2 and 5, the showers start to taper off, but could stay pretty heavy across the mountain regions, and still some scattered showers possible through late tomorrow night. So if you want to get errands done, just have that umbrella with you. It's going to be pretty tricky early in the day, but maybe some breaks in the cloud cover, breaks in the action heading towards 5 o'clock. And in terms of snowfall totals, generally above 7,500 feet is where we'll see that accumulation. So around Monument, trace to 3 inches here up towards the Tri-Lakes. Could see 4 to 7 in Woodland Park tomorrow. Maybe some locally higher amounts up across parts of Teller County. So snow in May, I don't know how you feel about it, but it is going to be a stark reality out there as we make our way into Monday afternoon. 33 tonight at Monument, 30 in Woodland Park, and 38 in the Springs. Highs tomorrow also much colder than what we saw throughout the weekend. We're down to the 50s in Pueblo, 30s in Woodland Park, and 40s in the Springs and Monument. We go from 48 to 60 as we get another disturbance on Tuesday, mainly some afternoon storms possible here, and an isolated storm Wednesday. Look at Friday's forecast, the warmest day of the 7-day period, back up to 80. Springtime 7-day forecast here in Pueblo with 50s on Monday, upper 60s by Tuesday, upper 80s expected by Friday and Saturday. Canyon City, showers and storms. Going to be a wet and soggy, unsettled start to the week. Chance of afternoon thunderstorms on Tuesday, and then drier skies Friday into Saturday. Woodland Park, cold and snowy on Monday. Expect to see some difficult traveling conditions, not only in Teller County, Andy, but I would say could be difficult to nearly impassable across some of our higher mountain passes in the state tomorrow. Again, maybe more than 1 foot in some areas above 10,000 feet.